Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristin.
And this is So I'm Watching Downton Abbey, Season 2, Episode 3. There is no title.
Daisy can't pull a prank.
Daisy can't
pull a prank, and Branson's too eager to pull a prank.
They're bringing convalescents. They
Yes.
said that word a million times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Officers only.
Okay. To Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
to help-
Injured officers to convalesce. It's like,
okay.
yeah, it's basically, so they are not in immediate danger. But,
it's like rehabilitation,
but they can't go
of.
home.
Yeah.
It's not rehab. It's just like,
kind of.
they're not ready to go home.
Yeah, adjusting. And that is causing a great deal of tension between Isabel Crawley.
Who's in charge? That is it's who's in charge, and it is the biggest deal that's ever happened. And basically, Isabel is sort of taking control of everything, as I believe she should be, simply because she knows the medical situation and she is familiar with the house.
Mm-hmm. And she gets things done.
She does get things done. You know
things
what?
done.
Bitches get stuff done.
Bitches get stuff done. She also, it doesn't tie in even remotely to this part of the conversation, but it was looking particularly beautiful in the last episode or two. She had one or two evening looks, and she was just kind of stuffy in the first season.
She pretties up.
Yeah.
She's able to get in there, yeah.
I remarked upon it. I will say though, I enjoy seeing Cora kind of step up a little.
Yeah.
Because she's a very soft presence, a very sweet, very pretty presence. And so I do enjoy that she takes her role seriously, takes pride in the house and what all it...
She got pretty mouthy with Branson in the last episode, actually, when she was like, could you please tell Sybil to come for dinner? She's working so much. She's so busy. And he goes, I expect she likes it, though. And she was like, tell her to come for dinner. She was so mad.
Now they're saying that, I get the sense that she's trying to maintain what normalcy she can.
They kind of all are, because even Robert was trying to read his paper in the library, but the soldiers were playing ping pong across the divider.
It seems like it would be kind of fun. I'd be Edithing it up.
No, you'd be Ethelling it up.
That's what I mean. No, well, both. Is Edith not doing that?
No.
Okay.
Not like Ethel is.
Do any of the soldiers need mouth pleasing?
Ethel is jumping on that major's dick, is all I'm saying. So yeah, who's in charge is the big deal. And then O'Brien is doing background work with Cora to try to get Cora into a position so that Thomas can have a position. And so Thomas has gotten an out of nowhere and unearned promotion just so he can be in charge of Downton. And then Cora and Isabel,
he's such a dick. It is so funny to me. And it's just unnecessary, unprompted, unearned.
He's gonna move back into his old room. I'm surprised he didn't ask for a guest room, to be honest. So anyway, he is going to basically be in charge of the day-to-day of the officers. Because
they had to promote him so that the officers would take him seriously.
Yeah. And then Cora and Isabel are jointly going to be in charge of the home as a whole.
Branson was...
I love Branson.
He was called upon.
And he literally couldn't wait to conscientiously object. He was like, I'm going to do everything they ask me. And at the last minute, I'm going to say, go screw. I'm Irish.
So what is going on at this point in time? Because we started to talk about it a little bit during the episode. I don't know all the proper words. I know that there is England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland,
is an island,
Northern Ireland. Yeah. And it's the United Kingdom is all of them. And Great Britain is
just the one island, and then
Scotland and England and Wales.
The United Kingdom is
all of them, and Ireland isn't fond of that.
They never have been.
Okay, and that's already happening at this point.
Oh yeah,
that's already
It's been happening since 1534.
Oh, okay. You always say to me, like, you're always like, well, he's Irish. And I was like, okay, so he believes in fairies? Like,
no, like, the Irish do not like the English. Like, when you tell, like, it's why Cillian Murphy, he, like, refused to meet the king and stuff. He was like, no, like, why would I ever? So if you tell an Irish person, oh, you're English, they're like, fuck you, I'm not English.
But Northern Ireland is part of...
And Northern Ireland is technically part of Great Britain. They still use the British pound.
Or is that a newer...
It is current. That's what is happening right now.
But because he tells the story to Sybil about a cousin or brother or...
So right now, it could be one of two things. In 1916, the United Kingdom of Great Britain, and there was the Easter Rising. That's what he said. So it was the Irish Republican Brotherhood, the Irish Citizen Army, the Irish Volunteers, and Cumann Mban. I'm sure I butchered that Gaelic. Sorry. So that was the Easter Rising, what he was talking about. And he lost a cousin there because he was just walking down the street and a British soldier killed him because he was probably a rebel.
A rebel.
I mean, I'm sure he was.
Yeah, but
Branson's family, but still, it's like profiling.
So if it's that hostile, then why is Branson here? Just because he needs
think it's like opportunity and money and like a job. Like he had a job. And I do think he's trying to like rise up a little bit so that he has some sort of power when the revolution does come, kind of. But also
because he's got big plans. Remember, he wants Sybil there with him.
We're not 1919 yet. This is still 1917, I think, because there is a 1919 War of Independence as well.
So William has kind of, or not William. Well, William is in play, but Matthew Crawley has kind of been promoted, and he's doing like tours for like morale and all that,
and recruitment,
and they're coming by Downton Abbey to have like a special dinner, and they're bringing a general.
And it's to like see how they've set it up as a convalescent home.
Okay.
The general is like impressed, and he's like, "Oh, this is also your family. Like, I'd like to go see what's happening." And like, you know, it's sort of like, you know, the war reels before the pictures in the 40s. You know. And
so Branson was going to take that opportunity to.
Okay, well, before we even get there, so he was like only too happy to conscientiously object, except for he went and had his medical like assessment, and it turns out, tits way out, and it turns out he has a heart murmur, so he doesn't get to politically object.
He was so upset.
So
and
he's
I was
mad.
Similar. I was like, I don't understand what you're mad about. You didn't want to do this.
You weren't gonna go, but he wanted to. He wanted to vocally say no. He like wanted to be able to take a stand.
And another thing.
Yeah. And so then, seeing an opportunity with the general coming, he went to Carson and was like, you obviously can't have Lang out there because he's a basket case right now. I'm happy to be a footman. I will serve dinner with you. Like, no problem. And Carson, not a care in the world, was just like, sure. And he took
kind of a rare misstep for Carson.
So he took the soup up, but he had left a letter for Lady Sybil. So when Anna went into her room
for forgiveness,
he was like, Sybil, forgive me. And then he had like outlined everything that he was going to, he's like, by now I'll surely be fired and blah, 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 whatever.
I'll be arrested.
Yeah. So Anna found it. She
brings it individually to every person to read.
Running down the stairs to find Mrs. Hughes and goes, hey, what is this? And then Mrs. Hughes brings it to Carson. Is like, hey, what is this? And so Carson goes into the dining room just before he's able to like take the soup and start like going around. And I guess airtight silver soup tureen because nobody else in the room can smell it.
It was just one cow pie.
Yeah, but also oil and ink and spoiled milk.
The spoiled milk.
Horrible. So anyway,
they thought he was going to assassinate. I thought he was going to as well. And that's why, because I even made a joke where I was like, what is it going to serve him the soup? And waiter, there's a gun in my soup. Like, why? I wasn't sure how that was going to play out.
So they get him out of the room and back down to the kitchen, and they're like really, really aggressive, and they're like, you were gonna assassinate him. And he goes, no, I wasn't. I was gonna dump slop on him. Like, obviously. So they're gonna decide what to do with him later. And they haven't told any of the Crawleys, but that was so funny to me.
It really was.
Yeah, it's amazing. So and
bona fide hijinks.
Yeah. And then kind of on that note, just because it's like he had taken over for Lang. Lang is having a really tough time. He fully loses it a couple of times. And so he has a really bad night terror. And he keeps on thinking that someone's going to send him back. And I think it's because there's so many soldiers in the house. And so he freaks out with the night terror. And O'Brien is actually being so nice to him.
I was going to say, I liked Ling. I feel weird saying that I'm sad he's gone or he's left, leaving, I presume, because as it was unsustainable.
Yeah. But also he's only in 2 episodes, so you're like, why am I so endeared to this guy?
Yeah, I really was. I enjoyed I needed the context.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you guys saw our first episode and I was like, I'm excited because it's season 2 and I know that this time period is very, very loaded.
But the warfare of it all is
needed the
not
context. Totally. And he was doing a good job with it. And you're right. Like, he was really giving O'Brien like material, borderline romantic.
I would give it more like sisterly or maternal. Yeah. But I get it. She just was like
softening. She is in,
especially because she's still cahooting with Thomas right now. Like she really does have Cora wrapped around her finger, and I'm kind of like, Cora, I know you're not a moron. What is going on?
I mean, she might be.
I mean, she was like a
if she's this show's version of Gladys.
Yeah, she's like a dollar princess, so it checks, but. So he had the night terror, and then he like, as all the general and his contingent were leaving, he like freaked out and broke down and started crying and saying like, please don't send me back. And so like Carson and O'Brien had to like shield him from view. And
he was like talking to Robert though.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised because like Robert borderline hugged him.
Yeah. Robert
like,
okay, noticed
buddy,
that something was wrong. And when he went over there, he like grabbed him. And so he was already packing when Carson went up to his room and was like, well, I mean, to be fair, that was like a really good dismissal. Like, I think he'll get a good reference. And also 2 months of wages is like nothing to sneeze at this time.
Carson was like, because he was like, I'm sorry that like I failed you. And Carson was like, well, we failed you too. You're not ready to do this. So go do what you do what you need to, and then move forward.
Yeah.
I would like to believe that historically things were like this for some people.
I was going to say, I'm sure sometimes, yes. But it's sort of just like, Warhorse or Black Beauty. It's like, no, sometimes they got beat into the ground and sometimes they had someone that fed them apples, Yeah.
William.
I like William, but as Anna is like one side of the coin from Bates, like what? Let's have like a.
This was the most annoyed I was with because I've been so firmly on his side.
Well, he's darling and he's so cute, but it's like he is not picking up on any cues from Daisy that she's not as into this as he is, and so he is coming to visit before he leaves, and Daisy's like, what do you think he's gonna do? And Mrs. Patmore literally is like, doesn't fucking matter what he does, you're saying yes. You can break it off when he gets back, but
when he comes back safely from war.
But you absolutely, and she's right. That's the thing. She's right. Honestly, like, try to meet someone else while he's away and just be like, oh, I fell in love with this guy instead. My bad. Whatever. But Daisy is like, I can't do that. It's a lie. And I'm like, Daisy, understand what Mrs. Patmore is saying. You don't have to marry him later, but you have to tell him you're going to now. Because if you send him away with a broken heart, he will not come back. Like, it's just like, that's the law of poetic war stories. That's just what happens. So,
but again, I'm like, Daisy, you're not drowning in prospects. What are you saving yourself for?
You're going to get more irritated with her later.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Because I was more irritated.
I'm like, you're not a prize.
I mean, she's fine, but yeah.
She's no Ethel.
She is really pretty.
Ethel?
Yeah. She is... It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet opened up in the Grantham house, and Ethel is hungry. There's one in particular that she's really into. I think he's a major,
Mhm.
but he was like, he gets like a special bedroom upstairs because he's like a higher rank, I think. And they're making eyes and having
She was
conversations.
tucking him in.
And Mrs. Hughes is like, go back to work. So that is ongoing.
So yeah, William did. Well, you're right, because he didn't even propose to
No.
Daisy. He was just like, I'm sure you know what I'm going to ask you. And Mrs. Patmore was like, and of course she's going to marry you.
Yeah. Well, she also didn't say yes. She said, well, go on. And so then he announced to everybody that they are engaged.
But she gave him the dreariest picture of her possible.
That's just how pictures were, mostly. Even in 17. So Anna saw Bates.
He was scary movieing around,
He really was.
around the trees while she was doing her shopping.
He's the worst. And so she told Lady Mary, and Mary was like, well, let me write to...
We buried the lead. Lady Mary got a curling iron.
She did get a new curling iron. So, yeah. So Lady Mary was like, I'll write to Sir Richard, and he's got contacts in the newspaper. It's all about like spying and like whatever, and we'll see what he has to say. And so she finds out from Sir Richard that Bates is in like the next town over working at a pub. And Anna's like, weird. Why? So she uses Lady Mary's curling iron and gets herself all dolled up, and she goes over there, and they just have like the dreariest interaction. Apparently, so he is trying to sue Vera for divorce because he's pretty sure she cheated, and he's trying to get...
He's not even certain?
I think he is certain, but he has to get proof.
Okay.
He has to get like good proof. So he's trying to do that, and he was like, but I'm living apart from her now, you know, until this is like over. And it's just sort of like, we fucking go back to Downton, you know, like, especially now there's a job open. Regardless. And she literally was like, I'll fuck you right now. I'll be your mistress. I don't care. And he's like, that's not good enough for you.
I would never ask such a thing of you. And she was like, I'm insisting.
Literally
I'm
offering.
demanding.
Yeah, I'm demanding to be your mistress. So anyhow, that's kind of where we leave that. We're still working towards the divorce, and so they can be together, but nothing is happening.
Oh, also, William is shipping off to war.
Yep.
And Robert, at the last minute, pulled some strings to make him Matthew's man.
Yeah, he like lost his like army assistant.
They called it something.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
His army valet.
Yeah.
And it's like not going to guarantee, but it could help.
Yeah.
Keep him.
He'll have someone looking out for him, is what he said. And then Lavinia. We found out what the deal is with Lavinia, which is
Did we? I barely followed.
We did. She basically uncovered a string of insider trading in 1912, the Marconia scandal or whatever they said. So her
father owed money.
Her father owed a lot of money to Sir Richard.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically what she did was she stole the proof of the insider trading and gave it to Sir Richard to print in order for a forgiveness of her father's debts. And so what she says...
Mary was kind of impressed.
Mary was kind of impressed, especially even... So Lavinia admitted it like it was a shame for her that she only uncovered it because to save her father. She was like, what they did was illegal, but like I didn't actually care about that. I only cared about saving my father. And I just sort of was like, that's all Mary cares about. Mm-hmm. So she would have done the exact same thing. So when Mary says to Matthew, like, we're very much alike, so I kind of think she's perfect. I was like, yeah, you would have done the exact same thing if you were in the same situation. So that is how they know each other, her and Lavinia and Sir Richard. Mm-hmm. And because Rosamond was like trying to get Mary to start a rumor that Lavinia and Richard were lovers, to like ruin Lavinia. And I'm like, there's no way she was doing that. There's no way. And then the only other thing I was going to say was Edith is palling around with all the soldiers, and she gets
Well, it's particularly a Jonah Hill shaped one. who is missing a hand,
Sure
the
thing.
hand he needs to write.
Yeah. Well, but apparently with all of them, because she gets a toast from everybody at the end because she's been a comfort to all of the soldiers that are there so far.
And you'll notice Mary isn't all in her business writing to everyone to tell them
what a
about
slut Edith is.
Farmer she was sleeping with.
Well, Mary doesn't know about that.
Well, if the roles were switched, Edith would have made it her business.
That is true.
To know.
That is
so.
Yeah.
I know this is gonna ruffle some feathers in the comment sections. Which sisters we're going for, which sisters we're championing, but
mostly people agree with us. I think the most sympathy Edith gets is that she's kind of a tragedy. She's kind of like a tragic, like she can't find a man, and she's like the middle one, and she's not as pretty as Mary or Sybil, and all this stuff. So it's like, but. I think people think Mary is a bitch, but like she is the hero of this show. So I don't know what you want from me. I like Mary and Sybil way more than Edith, especially because she just puts herself in these positions.
Yeah,
she's about to get really taken for a ride in the next couple. I can't wait.
Oh well, yeah, because fucking Lang outed.
Oh,
Ms. Patmore's nephew.
Shot for cowardice.
Everyone really rallied behind her. So
yeah,
she was very,
especially.
Yeah, but Patmore was very prickly in the beginning, but I'm very fond of her now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, she's also stopped berating Daisy.
Daisy brings it on herself sometimes.
Well, she wasn't before, especially when Mrs. Patmore was going blind and she was just blaming it all on Daisy. But like what she's doing to Daisy now is correct. She should be doing that. Also, Daisy's not shorter than Mrs. Patmore. This is really bizarre.
It's just, it's photoshopped. They're not standing on.
No, I know, but like the rest of them are actually like the perspective actually like makes it feel okay. But she's like a child.
It would just be hideous if all of their heads were aligned in one line.
No, but then I think they should be switched so that I don't know. She's not shorter than all.
The audience can't see this, so this is really bad. Really bad
Send
form.
this to Will and he'll put it in there.
It's my cheat sheet.
Yeah.
That I would have updated, but I'm too afraid to Google anything about this show.
I'll just send you a picture of Ethel and you can
update it.
Put her face over Gwen.
Because I've already read more things than I feel like I should have. So I'm just not even able to Google it.
All right. Bye.